Did he really just say that to your wife? What are you going to do about it? Yep, it's true. Many of our wives work in workplaces that we're not there all the time. People forget the fact that our wives are married. People forget the fact that our wives are not just a piece of meat. And they say things to them. They say inappropriate things to them. Does that happen to your wife ever? Has your wife ever come home and said, sweetie, I don't know what to do. This guy just keeps saying inappropriate things to me? Or have you heard your wife talking about it and you're not sure what to do about it? Do you go and bash the crap out of the guy? Do you ask your wife what she needs? Well, let's wait. Let's go look in the Torah. Let's go look in the Bible. Let's see two different reactions of men protecting their wives. We're going to start with the one that we don't expect. Abraham. Abraham is on his way back down to Egypt. He's left Haran, comes to Israel. There's a famine. The great plan doesn't work yet. He starts going down to Egypt and he says, we don't know these people. Sarah, tell them that you're my sister so that I may stay alive. Okay. Protecting Sarah, protecting himself. What happens? In fact, they think that Sarah is his sister because that's what he tells them. So they take her. The king takes her. And thank God, he's not with her. We see the same thing with Yitzchak and Rivka and Avimelech. Avimelech is looking out the window and he sees Yitzchak and Rivka mitzacheking, foreplaying, whatever that may be. And he gets very angry. He says, why didn't you tell me? It's your wife. I would have taken her for myself. Two men that it seems like they didn't really protect their wives too well. They were more worried about their own survival against the king, against the people around them, than protecting their own wife. The one place that we see men really standing up for their women is actually a brother and sister relationship. It's when Dinah is taken and raped by Shechem. And what do Shimon and Levi do? They slaughter the city. They slaughter the city. They say, this will not happen to our sister. We will not allow it. Jacob's very angry. Jacob's very scared. He goes from being Israel strong back to Jacob. He's afraid. How are they going to react to this? Shimon and Levi say, someone mucks around with my sister, they're a dead man. So what are we meant to do? Go and murder, God forbid, the person? And this is also a different case. This was rape. But what do we do as men when our wives are approached by other men? What do we do as husbands when we hear that our wife has something inappropriate said to them? My advice is the following. It's not about the man. It's about your wife. You need to create a relationship with your wife that she trusts in you as her protector. To know that if that man says something inappropriate to her, number one, she is so sure in her own marriage. She's so sure in her own husband, in you, as being her man, her leader, her confidant, her strong pillar, her lover. There's no second thought to follow that man's words. That to me is the first thing. We have to make very, very sure and work on ourselves to make sure that we are the husband that our wife wants and needs, and that she doesn't feel when a man says something inappropriate to her, oh yeah, maybe. Because at home, well, he doesn't support me. He doesn't listen to me. Doesn't make love to me the way I want to have love made to me. He's irresponsible. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Oh, how can I be thinking that? How can she be thinking that? Well, it depends on how much she can rely on us as a good husband, as the man that we should be. So like always, it starts with us. Second of all, we need to be the men that if our wife needs us to react to that man, to step forward as protector, that we will, that we know how to. Now, I am not in any way, shape or form telling anyone to be a Shimon and Levi and go and hurt another man. But are you the man that your wife can come to and say, listen, what I need from you is to give this man a phone call and tell him to back off? To send out a message like someone in Leader of the Pack did to someone who was messaging his wife and say, dude, in my family, you come through me first. Are you the man that has the balls to step forward in front of another man, whether it's physically, emotionally, spiritually, or mentally, say, back off, dude. This is my wife. This is my responsibility. You better back off. Are you the man that has the skill set? Are you the man that believes enough in yourself and in your marriage to do that? And third of all, are we the man that our wife feels comfortable to come to, and that we can say to her, putting our male ego behind, what do you need from me? Obviously, if a guy hears that some man made a pass at his wife, he wants to roar. But is that the right thing? The right thing is the protection of the wife. What does the wife need from us? She may say, you know what? It's okay. If it happens again, we'll deal with it. And we as husbands need to have humility and go, this isn't about me. This is about my wife. Your wife may say, yeah, I need you to call him. Your wife may say, I need you to send him a letter. Your wife may need you to say, you know what, can you just walk me to work? Your wife may say, no, back off, bro. It's bro. Husband, dear one, thank you so much for caring for me. And you'll say to her, okay, so you'll let me know if that happens again, and we'll work out how to deal with it. You know, some women are so scared about our male ego that we don't keep in check, that they won't tell us because they're afraid that we're going to go and smack the guy. Rather than knowing, our wife knowing that we keep ourselves in check, and we may want to go and smack the guy, but if it's not the right thing, we won't. We will do what is required of us, not what we are feeling in some crazy, out of boundary emotion. Let's be those men that are reliable. Number one, that our wife is so sure in our relationship that she's not going to want to listen to someone making a pass at her. Number two, let's be the men that she can come to and confide in and tell us about these things. Let's be the man that she can trust to respond the way she needs rather than our needs in order to protect our male ego. Let's continue to stand up, to lead, and to truly protect.